This is the Servola briefing. Here are the biggest enterprise tech stories from the last 24 hours. Let's get into it. Google cancelled its AI Studio mobile app on the 31st of July. About 800,000 people had already reserved it. The reason was not demand, and it was not quality. Google said it would rather you built apps inside Gemini than installed a second download. So a pre-order is a plan, never a commitment. And the warning sign here was structural. It was the surface the thing shipped on. From the 2nd of August, the European AI Office enforces the AI Act. It can demand technical documentation, evaluate a general purpose model, order corrective measures, and fine a vendor that refuses. Meanwhile, the American office that OpenAI's own federal blueprint nominated for this work has had no permanent director since the 20th of July. Europe's version is smaller and duller. It is also the one you can cite in a contract this week. Kioxia reported an operating margin near 75% and authorized up to 800 billion yen of share buybacks on the same day. Average selling prices rose about 70%. The quarter missed profit estimates, and the shares still rose about 18%. That is, the market paying for the payout rather than the result. Budget your storage line at the price it is, because nobody here is being rewarded for ending the shortage. Dubai's regulator ordered Shellbit to stop in January 2025 and published its fines 568 days later. Its own notice says the exchange kept operating throughout. Reuters reported the same exchange sat at the center of at least $4 billion of flows tied to an Iranian gambling network. A screening routine that reads a register once, on the day you onboard, is calibrated to a source that moves in months. Curl closed its paid bug bounty at the end of January, and the share of reports that were genuine vulnerabilities went from under 5% back to roughly 15%. The volume did not fall. The senders changed. A full count of 53 disclosure programs found not a single outright ban on reports written with AI. Apple and GitHub moved the control onto the reporter instead, pausing researchers and cutting public awards. Lovable has absorbed 4 founding teams since it launched, most recently Stockholm's Nalvin at the end of July. Its chief executive says plainly that it buys builder-first teams, not standalone products. Nalvin's public notice to customers runs 3 sentences, with no end-of-life date, no migration path, and no named contact. When only the people move, the obligations stay with a company that has just lost everyone who serviced them. Tencent's Lightspeed LA confirmed about 80 layoffs and a change of direction on Last Sentinel. Bloomberg reported the project had run 6 years and cost hundreds of millions of dollars. The decisive signal came from a playtest, which means the evidence existed inside the company long before the decision did. Ask a supplier what its last real test showed, not what its roadmap says. Iwaka closed a £250 million facility with Waterfall Asset Management and a UK bank the announcement does not name. The number that matters is 42%. That is, the share of its applications now sitting between £50 and £100,000, against 27% a year earlier. Small firms have moved from borrowing to bridge a month to borrowing to build something through a channel whose own funding reprices. 2 European regulators finished with SAP inside 3 weeks. Bonn closed its data access investigation on the 30th of July without requiring any change at all. Brussels had already made SAP's commitments legally binding for 10 years. Reinstatement fees are eliminated and back maintenance charges lowered, but nobody applies that to your agreement for you. Ask in writing, before your next renewal, which of it your contract already reflects. That is your briefing. The full analysis on every story in 10 languages, free, at servola.de/journal. We will see you tomorrow.